Okay, what the fuck is DeepSeek? Why is everybody talking about it? And more importantly, why is everybody freaking out? You can think of DeepSeek as the Chinese version of ChatGPT. This one company has caused shares of Nvidia to drop by 17% and for Bitcoin to lose almost $10,000 in value. There are two main reasons why everybody is so freaked out and the US tech sector is crashing. We know in America, we like our private companies private. We are all about capitalism here. But the DeepSeek model is actually open source, which allows developers worldwide to contribute to this model. So rather than a closed loop or a small number.
At the end of 2025, is DeepSeek leading the state-of-the-art in artificial intelligence? Abraham Daniels is a senior technical product manager with Granite. Abraham, welcome back to the show, joining us for the second time. What do you think?
They're definitely making a splash in the open source space, but you know, it's a really competitive landscape, so I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Qatar Al-Magrawi is a principal research scientist and manager at the AI Hardware Center. Qatar, I feel like you're becoming a regular here on the show. What's your take on this question?
DeepSeek is definitely reshaping the AI landscape, challenging giants with open source ambition and state-of-the-art innovations. But talking about in
a sense, the U.S. is already at war with China, and DeepSeek is really on the front line.
Well, let's just take the premise that they built it with an old computer with $6 million. I call BS on that. What they did is they ripped off 50 or 60,000 chips from Nvidia in the black market somewhere. And basically, this is a state-sponsored enterprise, and they've done something very smart, which I'm going to give them credit. They basically built a free app for you that you can download, and then it scrapes all your emails. So if you're the supreme leader and you think that TikTok's going to go dark and you're losing your number one access to Americans' information, why not?
I think the other sixth point, which is sort of maybe a minor point, is the fact that the guys at DeepSeek actually set out with sort of, a mission to change the world, not driven by finance, but actually just making a difference in the world. And people have criticized ChatGPT, maybe how probably that's how they started, and maybe they're evolving a little bit away from that. But I like the fact that DeepSeek guys are motivated, not necessarily by money, but simply because they want to give the world a facility that can make the explorations of AI much quicker, much readily available for everyone. And they've made it open source. So one of the strategies that they're using when it comes to their software is something called the mixture of experts. And the easiest way that I'm going to explain this is, like some quotation someone said, that what ChatGPT tried to do is to be an Einstein. That means someone that knows everyone, really a genius, basically a jack of all trades that knows everything. But what the team at DeepSeek had done is essentially to be like a university. And within the university, you've got departments. You've got departments of mechanical engineering. You have departments of history, departments of languages. You've got departments of medicine. And that means,
historically speaking, any sufficiently important technology that reached mass adoption is open source. Linux, World Wide Web, name it, in modern era. As a matter of fact, phone. Without Android, you wouldn't have the same level of adoption. So open source is so critical for mass adoption because the network effects would not come otherwise. And we're seeing very clearly what happened with DeepSeek, right? Very, very obvious. Like, until DeepSeek, the state-of-the-art model was a closed model.
Transformers.
And DeepSeek came and changed things, and this is just going to be a stepping stone in reaching ultimate intelligence.
I think DeepSeek was the last major innovation. We have seen obviously new and improved AI, but all of that's just been building on existing things. The analogy I always like to use is it's really about Formula One racing. Where sometimes when there's like an engine upgrade, it can be a massive change. There's usually a massive change from all the teams across the board. And then you can think of like research experts and chain of thought that we came out with big things that were in research papers last year that were applied to DeepSeek R1 and GPT OSS. Those were like